Namaste and welcome. It's Rishi here from meditatewithrishi.com, and today we are going to be speaking about the third niyam from Patanjali's 8 limbs of yoga. And the third niyam is tapa, or austerity. Okay, so we're going to go deep into what this means, how to practice it, and I love this one. This is one of my favorite ones. Okay, so Tapa comes from the Sanskrit word for heat, tapas. Okay, so it means austerity, it means heat, to burn or fire. Okay, so what is this fire? So what Patanjali is telling us is that to progress on the path of yoga, we must have a fire within us. A fire, basically a burning desire to reach the truth, a burning desire to understand the truth, essentially. Okay, so like Swami Vivekananda says, one of his most famous quotes is, "Arise, awake, and stop not until the goal has been reached." So the goal he's talking about is the ultimate goal of human life, which is to realize our true nature. Okay, so what I want to speak about today, essentially, is put tapas into context, because there is a lot of talk right now about, I don't want to mention any names, but you may have seen this on the internet, where there's a lot of spiritual leaders talking about instant enlightenment or instant realization. Okay, and the kind of talk track is that you don't need to do any practice. Just come into the present moment, and enlightenment is here in the present moment, and voila, you get it, right? So this may be true for them, by the way. I'm not putting them down. This may be true for them, but can it be true for you and me is the real question. Okay, so the reason why practice is required on this path is because there's two big things that we have not conquered: ego and desire. So even if, let's say, through luck or through some grace, you get a glimpse of realization, you get a glimpse of oneness, you will come back immediately, because the ego is still there, the desire is still there. There's a story where somebody comes to the Buddha and he says, Buddha, please, I want happiness. I want happiness. And the Buddha says, no worries. Take out the I, take out the want, and all you're left with is happiness. So I is the ego, right? And want is desire. So because we have these two things in us, the instant realization is not possible. Maybe for the people that have got it, maybe they've done a lot of work in their past lives, right? But yogis, right? Why do we think that they have devised this entire vast science of yoga, or Patanjali's 8 limbs? Every single limb is a vast practice, spiritual practice on its own, okay, that we must work on. So do we think yogis are crazy, for devising this vast science and giving us this difficult path to progress on? No. Yogis, in fact, are the most efficient beings out there. Forget about time. They don't even waste their breath, because they know that breath is life. Okay? So the reason that the entire science has been created is to leave nothing to chance. Because ultimately, your realization is in your hands. You are responsible for your realization. We are responsible for our realization. Nobody can take us there. No guru, no teacher can take us there. A teacher's role is simply to point you in the right direction, like a finger pointing toward the moon. But that's all they can do. The practice, the work has to come from us. It is us that must do it. And this is tapas, or tapa. Okay? So thank you. Thank you for listening. I hope that helps. Namaste.